Hello and welcome back to the Awkward Corner, the podcast for everything and anything to do with design. I'm Stephen, your host, and with me today is SJ.
Hello.
And Amy is here as well.
Hello, yes, I'm here.
You are here.
I never leave.
You never leave. You're just here in the internet.
Just got a bed under the desk.
We're all in person today as well, aren't we?
We are all
We
in
are.
person. Well, I'm
back,
here.
SJ.
I'm here
Yeah.
physically, but maybe not so much mentally, which is often the case. How are we? Are we good?
Fine.
Good, thank you.
Yeah. Today's topic then. SJ, this is your baby, really, isn't it?
Well, yes, I do like
Tell
staircases.
us what it is.
It's staircases today.
You
We're
just
gonna
said that, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's fine.
We're gonna
You're
be
very excited for staircases.
You don't sound that excited. Stairs. Well,
No, I'm feeling very relaxed and chilled today.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a love affair. We've
is
already
indeed.
discussed this, and
Yeah.
so tell us why staircases. Are you actually blushing now? I thought you were blushing.
I am
slightly.
a
Oh
little
my
bit,
goodness! It really is a thing.
I
Yeah.
think there's more to why she likes staircases.
Yeah. This is for the
Yeah,
special
well, that's
edition.
for the R-rated podcast version. No. My love for interior design began with staircases, so it was just it's been something that's been an interest of mine for many years.
Have you ever designed one, like properly designed a staircase?
No, not the one that's been built. I've in concept, yes, but not one that's gone through to.
Is that the dream?
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're very architectural, aren't they? And
They go up, they go down.
They go up and they go down.
Sometimes they go sideways.
But my first technical drawing that I ever drew by hand was a spiral staircase.
Oh, that's a challenge.
It was. I like a good challenge. So yeah, I think it began there really. I just think they're quite symbolic.
They are, and metaphorical as well in design and outside of design as well, isn't it? They do stand for. Do you dream about staircases?
Sometimes, yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
We should Google this.
Yeah.
Definitely
I'm on it.
Google this. I'm going to ask you outright then. Do you have a favourite staircase in the world?
I have lots here, but I think my favourite is probably the MoMA staircase at the Vatican.
Oh, I think I've seen pictures of this. Yeah.
I will post pictures. I do have lots and lots of examples of different staircases that I like, but yeah, that's probably one of my favourites.
Describe it to me.
It's spirally. It's lovely.
Oh, yes. I mean,
Yes, that is beautiful.
That's yeah. It's one of those staircases you have to look down on, right? It's those wonderful shaping, spirally.
Or lie on the floor and look up,
Or lie on the floor and look up. And
which
hope-
I would encourage everybody to do wherever they are,
Yeah, as long as nobody's up there.
and not in the middle of a road.
Well, what are you doing lying in the middle of a road looking up?
But I just
Maybe at the end of a night.
God, that worries me.
no, I just mean
Is
I
that
don't
something you
know.
want to talk about?
No, we've had this conversation before
We have.
where I think sometimes if you lie on the floor, you see a different perspective of something.
I'm just wondering
If you're not looking,
the underside of a car. Is
you're
not what I'm
not,
looking
you're not, we don't look up enough. So if you go to, for example, cathedrals, churches, they're good ones, lie on the
you are
floor,
right.
always look at the ceiling.
Some of the best work.
But you can do it in
Honestly.
the park and look up at the trees. But what I'm saying is don't do
Yeah.
it in the middle of a road.
No,
It's
probably not the
basically a
safest
disclaimer
option.
for people that just think I'm telling them to lie down anywhere. Don't do that.
Don't,
Do
no.
it in an appropriate
In a
place
safe
where you're not
place.
going to die.
Yeah.
Thanks. Public.
I don't want to get sued.
Service
I
announcement.
basically don't want to get sued. That's it.
No, that would be horrible.
Yeah, because I haven't got any money. And don't take my cats.
Don't do a crazy cat lady laying on the floor in the middle of the
Yeah,
road.
this is a really good picture.
So what do you guys think about staircases?
I'll be honest. Until you mentioned it as a topic, I'd not really thought about it. Obviously, there are staircases I've thought about and I've liked and I've seen over the years. But actually, I thought, we're going to talk about staircases. What am I going to talk about? I do love a really good balustrade.
Yeah.
I really like that. And I love contemporary ones where they're embedded into the architecture more. I think that's very clever.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a real trend for that. But I don't know, it did make me do a deep dive on stairs.
A deep
A
dive,
deep
I love
dive's
that.
probably not what you want on a staircase, is it? I'm going to end up at the
Have
bottom
you
of
ever
it.
walked
very
into a
quickly.
space though and been like, oh my god, that staircase is amazing, and wanted to go up the stairs purely because of the staircase?
I'm trying to think. There's a couple of stately homes I've probably felt like that about, just because that there's actually one, I can't remember where it was now. I actually stood at the top and wanted to like kind of kang down it.
Why can I see that in your rough?
Obviously. I don't know what I did in a past life, but clearly it had something to do with that. I think architecturally as well, I think they're important, not for the obvious reason of taking someone from one level to another.
To another, yeah.
They're statement pieces, aren't they, quite
They
often?
are.
I think that actually is quite overlooked in architecture.
Yeah.
When you take in an interior, that idea of this, you don't appreciate it for what it is, because there's quite often lots of other things going on, but actually sometimes a statement staircase can be what you want, like really kind of set it off.
Your focal point, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Amy, what have you got?
I, again, a bit like you, Stephen, when SJ said this is what we should do, I wasn't sure I'd have enough to talk about.
There's plenty.
But actually, there's
so
so
much.
much.
There is a lot.
And I think the one thing that I was perhaps struck with the most was how stairs are used in film and television.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they are naturally transitional, aren't they?
They are.
Would you describe it as a liminal space?
A liminal space, I probably
Liminal.
Liminal.
Such a great word.
You can play that back later. Liminal.
So a liminal space is basically like a transitional space. So like a threshold of a doorway, that's a liminal space where you go from one to another. You're not quite in, you're not quite out. Staircases are similar in that respect. Particularly when you're in the middle of them, you're not quite up, you're not quite down.
No, that's the Grand Old Duke of York.
When he was up, he was up.
Well, let's not mention him.
Oh, Christ, no. But in television and film, they use it in those transitional scenes. Like, boy sees girl on the stairs.
Oh.
He falls in love. Their life changes forever.
Oh, no, a bit like Titanic.
She pushes him
Child
down the stairs.
creeps upstairs that he's been told he's not allowed to. Discovers something. Life changes forever. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah,
quite.
yeah.
They are.
They are.
It's
representative.
Like and I see them as sort of like a passageway that it unites two different places, but also it can be both positive and negative. So I think that they use staircases, especially in movies and TVs, as like a connotation for something that's going to happen that's really good. If you're moving upstairs towards some sort of journey, or they're used in horror films all the time,
Yes, I was just about
coming
to say
down
that.
and going down into the basement. So I just
Or
think
when-
there's a symbolic thing there with staircases.
I realise we're
What are
on
you
a podcast now. I can see
You are
my
doing
movement.
something contortionally with your
I'm
arms.
thinking about. Am I thinking about The Grudge or The Ring?
Where they go
Yeah.
up backwards.
That movement and those
I
sorts
thought
of
you were
films
breaking.
where they like go
Yeah.
up the stairs in all like a weird like,
Yeah.
and you can hear their bones cracking and.
Well, it's like the staircase in the Exorcist scene, isn't
That's
it?
the way I got the stairs. My bones cracked, if I'm honest.
Did you say your balls cracked?
Not my bones. Bad knees, SJ. When you get to my age. I mean, I don't know. My knees are so loud. Maybe they do. Sticking with TV, though,
Yeah.
and films. What about Vivian Leigh, then, as Scarlett O'Hara? She's on these grand staircases.
Yeah.
In Gone with the Wind. That is
Yes,
a
exactly.
massively iconic moment.
Yeah, it is.
Got right
It is,
here.
it is,
I
it
mean,
is.
that is all about her, isn't it? And setting a scene. Also, Alfred Hitchcock's 1958 film Vertigo
And Psycho as well.
and Psycho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's used very purposefully
Yeah.
as
To build suspense.
and as a trigger as well, especially something like Vertigo, because obviously people can identify with that.
Yeah,
if
of course,
they've got
yeah.
it. That's if they can see it, because they're suffering from it. I do find that quite interesting. There's also another one which is also one of my favourites. I believe it's in the film with Bela Lugosi playing Dracula, and he first appears on the stairs, and that is creepy.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says, no matter how old that film is.
Yeah.
That's creepy when you first see Dracula appear. There's something ominous about that, which I quite like. and I've not quite perfected that yet. But one day,
There's so many
Is that why you're always
examples,
loitering on the stairs?
I'm always loitering on the stairs.
Practicing.
It's that whole thing, though, isn't it? If you're on the landing and you're walking past the staircase and you look, it's that thing of looking down.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Or as Amy said to me the other day, I have an urge to push you down it.
Well, you know.
Don't leave that in.
that all that?
Mum's not going to be very happy. I don't think I said that, actually.
What
I'm
did
sure
you-
I didn't. I don't know.
you
I
probably-
don't remember
you
it.
probably didn't. I probably made that up.
Um,
Here's some facts then on staircases.
Okay, go.
The White House in 1948, stairs were installed. That was the first time that stairs were
Stairs.
actually installed in the White House
wow.
as proper stairs. Until then, they had to navigate their way through the building using ropes and ladders and other mechanisms.
Sorry, what year?
That's not long ago.
No, it's not.
1948.
Wow.
So
That's
in
really surprising.
1947 then,
Yeah,
the
someone
president was
up
shimmying
up a ladder. Wow.
You don't,
And across a rope.
I don't get that.
No, and I'd like to think that's not fact.
I mean, when you think when the
fact,
the
but
first ever staircase was ever built, it's pretty primitive, isn't it? Really.
it is.
I don't believe
You
you.
want to fact check that, don't
I
you?
want to ring the White House now.
You want to fact check that.
Say what?
Look, I'm just saying, look, those who lived in the White House would navigate their way through the building using ropes and ladders, as well as other creative mechanisms. I'd like to know what other creative mechanisms
were. Maybe they gave each other piggyback rides,
Slides.
like a push-up.
Or just threw stuff. Catch.
Abseiling. Up the side of the building and through a window.
Now, have we all come across spiral staircases in
Yeah.
terms of their history and why they always travel clockwise?
Oh, no, I don't
No,
know.
I
You
don't
don't
know
know
that.
this? Oh, good. I'm going to have to read this now, though, because I can't remember it exactly off the top of my head. But it's something to do with sword fighting. So you has an advantage.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're
Yes.
going to say.
So when
yes,
if someone's sieging your castle,
that's right. Yeah,
and nobody wants that.
yeah.
Is that
You're
a
coming-
euphemism?
You're coming up the spiral staircase. They have to use the opposite fighting hand in
And
order to steady
most
themselves.
people were right-handed.
And right-handed.
Yeah.
So you would
Yeah.
have the upper hand, literally,
Literally.
to chop up
That is.
said invaders.
Yeah, that's so true.
That's why they always go.
Is that where this? Is that where the
Clockwise.
saying the upper hand comes from?
It might be.
Maybe.
It might be.
Maybe, yeah, because it does, literally.
But I love that. And
Yeah,
I've
I
never
remember
thought
reading
about
that
that
now.
until
No.
reading it. I never thought
No.
about. I was thought about all the kind of stone spiral staircases I've been on.
Yes.
I'll get on Google now and find
Get
that
on
out. But
Google.
just before I do, just going back to dreaming about stairs.
Oh, here we go.
Apparently, it's a strong sign of personal growth.
Oh,
Oh, well,
so
there you go.
watch this space.
Yeah.
You're about to
you
grow
go.
personally.
yeah.
What about the example of one of the first iconic staircases for me in a film was The Labyrinth, which was based on
Dance, baby,
Such
dance.
a great film.
Yeah, Impossible Stairway.
The
And
Goblin
then,
King.
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, hello, probably one of my first crushes, to be fair. But then I think that's
What, you like the Stinky Bog?
yeah. what was the little troll's name? Oh God, what was his name?
I don't know, but I used to like the guy on the dog.
Oh,
He had a tiny sword.
He did. Tiny sword. Who was the big sort of like gorilla-looking orange orangutan type monster?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Anyway.
mean, I was there for David Bowie's outfit, if I'm
True.
honest.
I mean, incredible.
what an outfit.
But yeah, that staircase that was used in that, and that it was based on Escher and Penrose's. I think they've taken similarities in the moving staircase in Harry Potter as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that when
Yeah.
I first saw the Harry Potter film, which was last week,
True story.
I thought that. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
thought when I saw it. I was thinking, this has Labyrinth like
Written
vibes.
all over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that though, the idea that you could get on a staircase thinking you're
Oh, and
going
then
one place and then it takes you somewhere else.
That's awesome.
I
isn't it?
quite often get up on top of a staircase and can't remember why.
Why I've got. Well, that happens at work every day.
I don't need it to move. I always end up somewhere else. I have a couple of other facts while we're at it. So, London City Hall building, which is an amazing piece of architecture.
Yes.
The staircase in that is purposefully curved. And that is to do with the shape of the building and to avoid echoes around the building. So when people are walking, echo. Which again, I think is, again,
I've got that.
it's not just a staircase, is it? It's actually, again, purposefully designed
It is.
in a particular way that works with the building, moving people around, but moving them quietly
It's
through the
that
space. So that,
helical one, isn't it?
yeah, and I,
Is that
and
as
I
well as
love
if
that.
people were talking about secrets on the stairs, they wouldn't be carried down?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. This is probably my favourite. It is believed that unmarried people are more prone to falling downstairs. So, Carrie, get married very quickly. I'm just saying. Because...
And avoid the stairs just before you do.
Yeah.
yeah. I hope the aisle doesn't have any stairs. No.
Oh, that'd be unfortunate, wouldn't
Wouldn't
it?
it?
Why
It's
is
weird.
that, though?
No, well, we're going to need to ask John Templar, because he wrote a book, The Staircase, and it's all about those different aspects of statistical nature of stairs. I tried to get a copy, actually, and it didn't arrive in time. Not that I had time to read it, if I'm honest, but
You could have scanned through
I could have scanned
Yeah.
through it. But it's a detailed account of those kinds of things, like the kind of accidents that people have, who has them. It's a very random book to put together, if I'm honest, but it does sound really interesting. And the fact he came out with after his study that, unmarried people were more prone to falling downstairs.
Have you
Quite
seen?
tragic.
They did a study. It's quite funny to watch. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure if you YouTube some of these words, you might find it.
Some of them.
So they did a study on the stairs of the New York subway. They had a camera at the top and they adjusted one of the stairs midway slightly by about 0.5 centimetre
Yeah.
and watched as people, and something like 70% of people, because of that rhythm you
Yeah.
expect, when they got to that stair, they
They
tripped
fell.
over.
They tripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure that's ethical.
I was just going to
but-
say, and nobody's in prison for that.
No. They used it as a proper study, and there's
It
just
does
you
sound-
can watch a video of people just falling up the stairs
Genuinely
again and again and again.
Sounds like a hidden camera stunt.
But you know, if you go upstairs, they don't feel right.
Yes.
Do you know when they're not?
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
What?
But you know when you walk
you
upstairs,
do, yeah, and
if
they
the
don't feel-
proportions aren't right, the
Yeah.
stairs don't feel right when you're walking.
I fall up the stairs a lot more than I do down.
Which is a good job.
Yeah. I always fall up the stairs.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I don't know. What if you? I mean, some stairs are naturally wonky though.
Yeah, I know. But
So how does the
I
brain
think
compensate? for
no, I
that?
think it's when you don't expect it. When
when your mind's
normal.
somewhere else
Yeah.
and you're just automatically
Yeah.
somewhere else, and you're because your gait actually wants to pick up that.
Yeah, there's like a natural
natural
rhythm.
rhythm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why an elephant climbed the Eiffel Tower, and all the staircases in that, which is another
sorry,
wonderful
what?
random
Now,
fact.
my dog struggles to get up and down the stairs.
The Eiffel Tower has many connections to elephants, but most interestingly, one was escorted up the first floor.
Escorted.
Well, of course you would escort it. It's only
Yeah,
polite.
yeah.
You wouldn't let it go up on its
Milady.
own, would you? It went up the first floor of the Eiffel Tower.
But for what reason?
I think it's to do with some kind of circus promotion back
okay.
in the day.
Okay.
When
they
that was okay.
They took an elephant up the stairs. I
There's
mean,
a
I don't know if
joke
they
in
made,
that though, isn't
what,
there?
like I don't know if
Nelly
they
the elephant packed her trunk
made it fly.
and walked up a flight of stairs at the
That's quite a large set of stairs, though,
Yes.
It
for
is.
an elephant.
Have you seen the stairs at the
Do you want to hear my favourite joke about an elephant?
Go on, go.
How do you know if an elephant's been in your fridge?
Go on, tell me.
Footprints in the butter.
Oh!
That's my favourite elephant joke. I learned that when I was about 5, and it's still my favourite joke to this day.
Not at £9
and
a
I know
pack.
it doesn't make any sense. Butter is very expensive.
Very expensive. Well, I don't
As
want
it-
nothing in
as-
my
I
butter.
feel like we've
As
just been
is
talking about
cheese.
this. Why have we just been talking about how expensive?
I think
butter
someone
is?
sent a meme earlier on the
Oh.
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Any more for any more, Stephen?
I mean, I do have some.
Can we just talk a little bit
can.
more though about
Yes,
the
talk about it.
dangerous stairs?
Yeah.
So statistically, and it's probably covered in the book that you've not
Probably
read,
is. It probably is.
that before proper building regs, often the grand stair would be safer than the back stairs that the staff would use. And then the staff would more likely have accidents on the stairs
Yes.
than anybody else.
Which, yeah, that's not good.
And again, if you think about...
It's that value of life, though, wasn't it, back then?
Yeah, but if you think
I'd be more worried about my silver.
what stairs represent, and we were talking about kind of what stairs represent, that idea of upstairs, downstairs, and that division of class.
It's so true.
Still be
The
more
poor,
worried about
you
my
know,
silver.
Poor people live downstairs. The posh ones live upstairs.
I'm sorry.
And the ones that were going downstairs, it didn't really matter if they fell downstairs and broke their neck.
I could
All
just
good.
see one of Stephen's servants carrying his silver, falling down the stairs and him going, is that silver all right?
That's right.
I know.
You're still going to polish that.
Get up.
Might have broken your leg, but your arms are all right.
Get that blood off my knives.
This brings me then to a double helix.
Yeah.
And the reason for a double helix, or one of the reasons for a double helix, not just because it looks amazing. Do you know why?
Go.
It's so that two different classes could pass on a staircase if they needed to.
See, I thought maybe it was something to do with not passing on a staircase and that being unlucky. That's unlucky, isn't it? If you pass on a staircase.
Apparently.
Although, is that, I can't say the word, I've got it here, bifurcated
Bifurcated. Oh.
staircases. You know where they have, so they're said to be the grandest of them all, iconic.
Who says?
Yeah, who's
Supposedly they. Bifurcated stairs include one sweeping set of steps that splits off into two smaller flights in opposite directions. So that is the staircase from the Titanic. We'll put a picture up.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
And an amazing job when they recreated that, actually.
And that's what reminded me when you said that about the classes. That kind of fits here, doesn't it? Really, when you think about social status and.
It does, but that's what made me think though about a double helix, because that's actually, because I've got it here. I've got an example of it here, which is in a French chateau. Of course it is.
I'd love a French chateau.
I know. I could see you as Dick Strawbridge.
Stop it.
You got the tash for it.
Oh, that's the first time I've dropped. That's the first time I've dropped an F-bomb.
I got there.
Actually, you didn't drop it.
You didn't.
You didn't.
No,
You just went.
it.
We just
Drop it
put
like
a
a
beep
car.
in there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read you what I found about it. So this is in the Loire Valley in France, and this was a double helix staircase. A beautiful example of this is in the Chateau Chambord, which I think I pronounced right.
Shadow Chambord.
It is believed to have been designed by Leonardo da Vinci, man of maths, amongst other things. A double helix staircase allows guests, servants, and royals to simultaneously move up and down the stairs without ever crossing paths.
Yes.
And it is a beautiful example, actually. You can see it here. This one.
Yeah.
Digressing slightly.
Digress away.
So there's
You're going to talk about your tash.
There's a building in Nottingham in the lace market, and the Birking building, which was an old lace factory. And it's got one of the streets to the side of it. It's got a dog leg,
Yeah.
and it's so the traders and those visited
Ah.
can go in one side, and the factory workers could go around the other side but not be seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
the people
clever.
going in to visit the factory would never have to see the factory workers.
No.
Were they safe? Probably not.
No, absolutely not. No.
Oh, well, we don't care.
I have an interesting fact here actually that links to your Leonardo fact there. So this is about the never-ending staircase effect, which is what you've just shown us an example of there in that chateau. So mathematician Leonardo Fibonacci, obviously everybody knows the Fibonacci sequence, and he's also famous for the golden ratio, which obviously we.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this to you the other day, didn't I?
So the golden ratio was used to achieve balance and beauty in many Renaissance paintings, sculptures, etc. But this also transcends down to the spiral staircase and gives it the sequence, which is why
You get that
have
beautiful
that
rhythm.
rhythm.
A bit like my face. Why are you laughing?
You are on it today. You are.
What about your
What?
face?
It's got
Rhythm.
The Fibonacci sequence right here.
Well, there's that test, isn't there, where they say that the most attractive people have a symmetrical face. So if you put a mirror down the side of your face,
Oh, yeah.
if you look the
Symmetry.
same,
I look like someone else.
if you look the same in the reflection, then it means you're attractive.
Science.
If you don't, then well.
So if you've got a lopsided eye,
No, but very rarely is a face symmetrical. Do it. We'll find a mirror. Do it. It makes you look horrific.
Okay.
as in it makes you look horrific in the mirror. Because
Yeah.
it makes you-
Yeah.
Carry
Please
on.
send us in your pictures of your
Putting your face.
symmetrical and
Symmetrical
non-symmetrical
faces,
faces.
yeah.
Carry on, SJ.
That
was
was
it?
it.
Was
That was
it?
it. Yeah.
Oh.
And again, another example of that is the staircase in the Vatican.
Where it goes round and round and round.
It's literally like a never-ending staircase, and that's how that is created. So yeah, I just think it's just a thing of beauty.
Sticking with beautiful staircases, I have one in a painting here
Oh, lovely.
by Rembrandt. And the painting is known as The Philosopher in Meditation, 1632. And in this painting, you can see there's a window and there's sunlight coming through. And the sunlight symbolizes the consciousness of the philosopher. And the spiral staircase is the path that he needs to ascend to reach enlightenment, which I think is quite profound. There's you can see it there.
Oh yeah.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like that kind of depth in a painting, because you can look at it at face value and see for what it is, but actually the double meaning in it is quite lovely. I've got quite emotional now. I love art. I love paintings, me.
Paintings with staircase, even better.
I'll print this off for you.
when two worlds collide, laminate it for her.
Put it on your gallery wall.
Yeah.
I also have T.S. Eliot's poem, Ash Wednesday, is another example of the recurrent archetypal representation of spiral staircases as a path towards spiritual illumination through the twisting sentences of the verse, repeating the same words and phrases. So we need to look that up because I don't actually have the physical.
Oh, I thought you were going to read us.
No, I mean, this is not a poetry reading,
He does
is
this
it?
all the time.
He does
though,
this all
doesn't
the
he?
time. Half a story.
He builds us up just
I
to
like
let
to
us
tease.
down.
I like to tease. Go out there, people. Look it up.
Look it up and do it yourself.
Amy, do you
I've
have
got another
additional?
spiral staircase here. That's the tulip staircase at the Queen's house, Inigo Jones.
I mean, look at that. Oh,
Very famous, but also there's a very famous ghost photograph.
here it comes.
Come on, tell us a story.
Can I have my own jingle?
Oh, we'll work on it.
ghosts.
Amy's ghost
Amy's
section.
ghost story of the day.
Yeah.
Week.
So this is a
Month. Hour.
No, come on. I'll be quick, I promise. You know what it's like when I get into these holes.
Yeah, I haven't got my creepy music yet. Not for your holes, but for your jingle.
So this was a photograph taken by a reverend, and when it
Oh, sure, we can trust him.
I don't know. I mean, as trustworthy as anyone.
Yeah.
And it seems to show, it was taken in 1966, it seems to show 2 or 3, now I can only see one, so I'm interested to see if you can see 2 or 3 shrouded figures on the staircase. The phenomenon was never fully explained. Now here we go, here's the photograph.
Okay.
Show us.
Have a look,
Show
see if you
SJ.
can find.
And there's meant to be 3.
2 or 3. I can sort of see maybe where you'd get the second one, but I can definitely see a first one.
Oh yeah, well you can definitely see 1 on the staircase itself.
I can't see one on the staircase. It seems to be hanging.
What
off
was
the
he
other
taking
side.
the picture of? The ghosts.
The staircase.
Oh, okay. I just wondered whether he thought.
No, I
like,
don't think
he'd
he was.
seen them
I don't think
before
he
and
was
thought, "I'm
specifically
gonna come
looking for
back,"
the ghost. I
and
think he took the picture of the
of the
staircase,
staircase.
went home,
Developed it.
and then went, "Oh look, a ghost," which happens to all of us.
I mean, it does.
Have a look, Stephen.
Let's have a look. Now then.
When I was looking for this, I did find lots of ghost
Oh,
pictures
that,
of
yeah.
non-stair related.
This looks like me going up the stairs,
Kind of
The
hanging
wrong
off the
way.
banister.
dragging myself.
Yeah, but I think I can't see 2 because I think that's his arm.
Yeah, I think it
there,
is.
And I
Yeah.
can't see another one.
There's definitely there's not 3 people on that. Oh, hang on, what's that? Oh, what's that?
But what is that in the background though behind that guy?
I think that's a chandelier. A sconce. Oh, okay. You carry on.
Do we have to pay royalties? Not loyalties.
Probably.
Royalties
Only
when
if people
SJ
recognise
sings.
it.
Yeah. give him
No, I
ideas.
think that's a sconce, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm certain. But there's something.
Ghost or sconce. That could be that could be our next game.
Or scone.
Is it a ghost?
There is something down here though, by the steps. There's something happening here that looked like eyes or something like a devil dog, maybe, rather than a ghost.
I don't know.
Or was he just got Nikes on?
Glow in the dark ones.
Well, let us know if you can see the second.
Yeah, you have to put
Ghost.
this on Instagram.
I'll keep. Yes, I'll keep.
Yeah.
This has to go up because I definitely see one.
Yeah.
Or something that looks
Well, if you
like...
can't see that one, then you're
that's
pretty blind.
obvious. Oh, it doesn't look like he's in a good way, though, does he? That ghost.
Well, that's what I said. I
Not
can
happy.
relate to him.
Definitely not
I
happy.
genuinely can relate.
Looks like he's
to
had a
him
heavy night.
climbing up.
Anyway, that's enough of my ghost story for
Is
today.
that-
Tune in next time.
For Amy's Ghost of the Week. I'll work on that.
Yeah,
I'll work it
yeah,
out. We'll
you need a
workshop it.
jingle.
Yeah, we'll
we'll
workshop
workshop
it.
it
Good
and
idea, good
come
idea.
up with something more entertaining than me just singing down the mic. I've got some examples here of mind-boggling staircases, apparently, that, according to Architectural Digest. One is, actually, I'm going to go to the first one, is by a Dutch artist. Oh, no, sorry. The Dutch artist is Asia. And it was built all out of wood, and it has that look of that staircase where you're kind of... It's quite beautiful, isn't it? It's in a park. And I just love the rhythm of that. The wood they've used as well adds something beautiful to that. But I'm going to go to another one of my favorites, which is on here. Zaha Hadid. You know how much I love deconstructivism. This is inside a building in Moscow. It's an office building. And it is magnificent when you just look at the staircases. Because this is all super white, highly kind of finished. And then you have these black stairs punctuating it, which look like piano keys. They really have that kind of feel of a piano key. And they're all intersecting because the building is crazy in itself. And I think that's just an extraordinary picture to look at.
It's just brilliant.
Because actually, if you didn't know they were
No.
stairs necessarily, you wouldn't necessarily see for what it is. And sticking with that theme, I've got another of a deconstructivist project, which is was a project by Bernard Tchoumi. And it's the Paris's Parc de la Villette. I think I said that right.
That's good.
I know.
You're getting better.
I know. And they are 35 distinct follies all set around this huge park. And it got involved with a lot of famous deconstructivists. Peter Eisenman designed a whole section of it, which I really love. But this one is just all about these staircases and kind of platforms. They don't go anywhere, the staircase.
No.
But it was all part of a wider project which challenges people's perception of ideas and interaction and things. And again, I've never actually got to it, and I'd really like to go because I've got the whole book at home on the essay about this whole project. And it takes a bit of reading. I'm not going to lie. It's not one of those you're going to take on holiday with it. But it's very, very interesting. But yeah, there are some beautiful, beautiful staircases out there, aren't there? Anyone got anything else they want to add?
When you went to New York recently, did you see the vessel?
No.
In New York, because it wasn't open when I went. And apparently it's the new focal point of Manhattan's Tony Hudson's Yards. It's called the Vessel. It contains 2,500 steps that wind their way up and down. And along this structure, it opened in 2019.
Oh, I did walk past it. I
You
walked
did?
past it. And I wasn't right. I actually wasn't sure
15
what it was.
stories.
Yeah.
It's called the Stairway to Nowhere.
It wasn't open when we walked past it though, because I think we walked past it about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but when you're seeing it, you can see, can't you? Like
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
look at the image,
Yeah,
it's incredible.
by Thomas Heatherwick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is unusual, isn't it? That's weird.
And then the only other example I've got on here is the Crimson Staircase, which is located in Porto, Portugal, which is a masterpiece of Art Nouveau architecture, and the focal point of this storied bookstore, which opened in 1906. I'll show you a picture. Ooh.
Oh, that's filthy. I love that.
Very nice, yeah.
It's the bit where it nips in
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
comes back out.
But again, we were talking about this, weren't we, with the link to libraries and staircases.
Oh yeah, I mean there are some great.
There is library, you've got a grey staircase.
Yeah.
Special spiral ones. I mean, I love a little mezzanine floor where
They've got those in Bromley House Library, which is the private library in Nottingham, and they've got a spiral staircase at the back that goes up to a mezzanine with all the books. Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is why I need to go to the Bodleian.
True story.
It's just to walk.
What about escalators?
What? Stairs for lazy people?
I can't. I mean, they serve a purpose, don't they? But no.
Here we go, though. So here's some facts about escalators for you.
Okay.
Go.
So the escalator was developed by Nathan Ames, an American who unfortunately died before he saw the invention which he called the revolving stairs.
Oh, I like that better.
Yeah, I do actually.
I like that.
Put into practical use.
Sounds like a horror book.
Yeah, it does actually. Later on, Charles Seaburger, which I love
name.
that. Seaburger, eat burger. Anyway.
E-burger.
B-burger. C-burger. E-burger.
Sorry, Charles. He then further developed it. And the word escalator comes from the Latin word for stairway, scala, mixed with the word for elevator.
Oh.
But when it was installed, particularly in London, it caused some outcry. So it says here that many people that visited Harrods on the day when the escalator was introduced for the first time believed that it might discombobulate, which is a great word, their inner workings, and felt quite disturbed. And the traumatised customers, when they got off the escalators, were offered smelling salts and cognac.
Oh,
Wow.
I like that. That should still be a thing.
Yeah.
But can you imagine? I imagine it's like when people saw the car for the first time.
True.
It's a trust issue.
You're used to getting up and down these stairs, and then suddenly the stairs are moving for you.
What kind of witchcraft?
Yeah.
It is witchcraft.
Witchcraft, don't it?
For me, it just reminds me of, so I don't like the stairs on the underground because there's escalators, on the underground, because they are just so long and fast.
Yeah, I have a story about this.
And I think there's an Agatha Christie, Murder is Easy. In the book, the character that dies first gets run over. But in the TV adaptation that they made, she's pushed down some escalators on the underground.
Oh,
Wow.
you should get caught up in it.
And it
That's
still
horrendous.
terrifies me now that if someone pushed you at the top, game over, man, game over.
I did have a fear as a child. You know, there was always the warning signs, isn't there? Don't stand too near this because you get sucked in, or don't stand there.
Yeah,
So,
there's
'cause
little
I'm-
brush
'cause I'm
things.
paranoid.
Yeah.
I always did wonder what happens if I put my foot under it.
Did
Do
you
I
put your
literally, now and again. I used it actually to polish my shoes sometimes.
Yeah. I always put my foot under just to see what would
But-
happen. It's like, when someone says don't do
I
something,
know.
I've
You're
got
like,
Don't press
I want
this
to know if I'm
button.
going to get squished and I'm going to come out with
Yeah.
lines down my face like that because of
escalator man.
But going back to underground stairs, the escalator. So I was at Canary Wharf because I used to. I was moving out from living over that side of London, and they are really long. The Canary
Yeah,
Wharf stairs
the
because they go
stairs.
right down to the Jubilee line. People who don't know it, and we packed up most of the stuff from the flat. And we had some bits that we thought we won't put it in the van because we'll take these bits because they're breakables and things like that. So I thought it's fine. I packed the bag. I'm carrying it. I've made it off the tube. I'm coming up the second to last long set of. It's quiet. It's a Sunday. It's
It is,
nice.
yeah.
And I got 2/3 of the way, 2/3 of the way up the escalator, and I heard a snap, and my bag strap broke. And then I heard cling, 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 cling.
no.
As
That was all his silverware.
my bag is literally going over and over and over. So I'm running down the up escalator,
Oh, I paid to have seen that.
trying to catch my bag. Trying to catch my bag. Thinking I'm going to save it, even though I can already hear it. It's a bag of broken whatever.
But if you did that now, I mean, luckily, that was like 1940s and they didn't have social media. But
Very
if
true,
you
very
did
true.
that now,
You would be a hit sensation.
someone would put that on.
Oh,
You'd be a
I know,
meme.
I know.
You'd be
I'm
a
literally
meme.
chasing a bag that's actually got more velocity than me because that's getting down the escalator quicker than I am because I'm keep going back up. In the end, I
Did you manage to get to it?
I did run down to it, and it was just down the bottom. And I literally picked the bag up, and I just went clink, and everything in it was broken. I was more upset about the bag, to be honest, because the strap had gone. But
Oh, God, I would have loved to have seen
see,
that.
escalators dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous. I needed a cognac. Not known anyone else. Needed something stronger. Anything else?
I don't think we can.
Well, no,
can
I
we?
can't think we top that now.
No,
Bloody hell.
no, I know it'll live with me
Perfect
forever.
place to end.
Well, thank you, SJ, for an enlightening topic, because I
thank
think
you.
we all learned something. Don't use
time.
escalators with breakables.
Every
It's
time I
not
use
fun.
an escalator, I'm just going to think of you running
me.
down and up
some
escalator.
underground security guard
Oh, was
has
having
got
the time of his
mileage,
life.
got mileage out of that.
Yeah.
Watching me
He
literally
probably
go,
sent it to you been framed, to be fair.
"Is another
Yeah.
idiot? Look at this one."
Winner, winner.
Thank you for listening, as always. I hope you've enjoyed as much as we have, actually, finding out all about staircases. If you
Indeed.
do have a favourite one,
Let
let us know. Tell us. Email us at awkward@nda.ac.uk. You can follow us on our Instagram accounts, which is the National Design Academy, and also the Awkward Corner podcast. Send us some pictures of your favourite staircases if you have some, or if you've got any funny stories, or if you did break anything on an escalator, so I don't feel left out entirely.
As long as it's not bones. I'm not really into that.
Well,
stuff.
yeah,
yeah.
obviously.
Do you want to hear about the
yeah.
time I broke my leg? No.
Yeah,
No,
not
not
really.
really.
Well, maybe I do. Anyway. Thanks for listening, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.